And still in Kaduna, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, as well as Governor Uba Sani, have called for transformative approaches to public information management in the country. They were speaking during the 48th National Council meeting on Information and National Orientation in Kaduna.
At this council meeting on Information and National Orientation held in Kaduna, the Minister of Information announced President Bola Tinubu's approval of funds to launch the UNESCO Media and Information Literacy Institute. Described as the first of its kind globally, the institute aims to combat fake news and misinformation. The minister emphasized the need to harness digital tools and artificial intelligence to strengthen government communication.
The renewed hope agenda for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a clarion call for transformational leadership at all levels and people-oriented governance. The agenda is firmly anchored on the time-honored principle and governance must be inclusive, transparent, and centered on improving the lives of the people.
Governor Uba Sani of Kaduna State also spoke on the dangers of misinformation and the challenges posed by the digital divide. He called for inclusive strategies to bridge the gap and counter divisive narratives while promoting the benefits of President Tinubu's economic reforms.
We have viewed with great concern how elements whose interests are aligned to democracy have been working assiduously to derail our country's hard-won democracy. Because of the global economic meltdown and years of mismanagement in Nigeria, fixing our economy requires time and sustained re-engineering. That is why Mr. President has come up with innovative and creative solutions to reinvent the economy and put our nation irreversibly on the path to sustainable growth and development. Although some of the measures have been painful, they are being implemented with good intentions for the greater good of the Nigerian people. As a father of the nation, President Tinubu has continued to renew our hope in the possibilities of the Nigerian nation.
Both leaders agreed on the importance of embedding core national values such as patriotism and integrity in public messaging. Lupe Asom, TVC News, Kaduna.
Away from Kaduna now, Niger State Governor Umaru Bago has presented a record-breaking 1.5 trillion naira budget for the 2025 fiscal year. The document is tagged Budget of Hope for Sustainability and Food Security. The governor presented the proposed budget to the State House of Assembly. Chenemi Bameyi has more.
The 2025 budget allocates 196 billion naira to recurrent expenditure and 1.3 trillion to capital expenditure, representing 87% of the total budget. Governor Bago emphasized that the allocation prioritizes the state's pressing needs, particularly in infrastructure and urban renewal, which received over 437 billion naira, the highest sectoral allocation.
Devote more significant attention to providing adequate infrastructure in 2025 fiscal year, emphasizing the rehabilitation of existing infrastructure, provision of learning and teaching equipment, training of teachers, and the construction of new structures where necessary.
The proposed revenue sources include statutory allocations, value-added tax, VAT receipts, internally generated revenues, and capital receipts. However, a review of the 2024 budget performance raises concerns about the state's ability to meet these ambitious targets. As of the third quarter of 2024, only 37.6% of the projected revenue had been realized, with FAC contributing the largest share. With an estimate of 289.9 billion naira, only 182.5 billion naira was generated, making 63% of the estimate. The state's IGR performance remained at 37.7%. The budget had an estimate of 77.5 billion naira, but only 29.2 billion naira was generated, making 37.7% of the estimate, and grants underperformed at 6.7%. This highlights a need for improved revenue generation strategies.
The state government also secured a $1 million scholarship for study of medicine and medical sciences abroad in the USA and also in the Caribbean.
Speaker of the Niger State House of Assembly, Abdul Malik Sarkindaji, commended the governor for what he described as a judicious and strategic stewardship of the state resources.
This will serve as a catalyst for enhanced service delivery across all sectors of the state.
Governor Bago reassured stakeholders that efforts to boost IGR and attract investment would bridge revenue gaps. Chenemewamei, TVC News, Mina.